All right, you know who my next guest is? He had a huge UFC debut with a 7-second knockout at UFC 263, and of course, it is T-Rex Terrance McKinney back on the show. Terrance, how are you?
Good, man. Like I said, it's always a pleasure.
Hey, I'm happy to talk to you. And really, man, you just came out of no, don't want to say came out of nowhere because people who knew the MMA game know who you are. But on a 8 days notice against a guy that was a heavy favorite, you come in there and you put him out in 7 seconds. I mean, did you envision that happening?
I honestly talked to my coach. We both knew we could knock him out, but now I know he's a tough dude. I was not expecting 7 seconds at all. I seen him take a knee to the face. I knew he was tough and durable.
Now you took this on 8 days notice, like I said. Was there any second guessing, like whether or not you're going to take this opportunity? Was your weight where it needed to be to make this cut, and obviously, fight on the big night?
Um, all I need to do is just check my weight and see if like that was in like reaching range and everything was lined up perfectly. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, and so the game plan going against Matt Frevola, what did you guys have planned for this one? Obviously, you were expecting probably a much longer fight. So tell me what the game plan was.
What we're gonna do before I start even throwing head kicks or looking at those kicks was just throw hands, pretty much box like the first, um, just box the first 3 minutes and see how I catch them, and then start mixing in kicks and look for the knockout.
Did you feel any added nerves going into this with your official UFC debut? And it wasn't just any normal card. This was a big event. Nate Diaz wasn't even the main or co-main fight here. So how are those nerves leading into this?
I prayed beforehand, and honestly, like that's probably the most calmest I've ever been for a fight, like ever. Because I truly felt like I belonged there, and I was ready to put the world on notice, man. And I just super grateful to God for the result.
And so afterwards, everyone knows you hurt your knee there celebrating. What's the status of that right now? How are you feeling?
I'm walking a ton better limping now. I got my MRI, I think yesterday, right? Yeah, I got my MRI yesterday, and we'll see what the results are. I think I should get it either today or tonight or tomorrow.
Have they told you anything about maybe what kind of a timetable you could expect for recovery, or do you still have more of those details to find out based on what the MRI results are?
But yeah, just waiting. I have more details once the MRI results come back. But I do plan on fighting in September. That's the goal, or August.
All right, and I don't blame you. After the fight, you were talking to Joe Rogan about getting on his podcast. So I like the savvy veteran move right there. But he didn't kind of reciprocate it initially. How did that feel? I mean, because you just get this big knockout, you should be on the Joe Rogan podcast, right?
I'm not worried about it in due time. I know the time will come. He's a very busy dude. He probably end up hitting me up.
Yeah, for sure. Now, obviously, with fans being in attendance, life's getting back to normal. All these events are having packed stadiums. How exciting was that for you to just be able to go in to know that you're going to feed up the energy of the fans in the arena versus an empty, Apex Center?
Man, I always tell people, like, I feel like I'm Goku. I'm like, when he gets all the energy from the spirit bomb, like, man, the crowd gives me so much energy, and like, man, it makes me feel powerful now when I hear the crowd. I love it, man.
And Dana White said afterwards that you're going to get an unofficial bonus. So tell me, what's the deal with that? How can you expect to be compensated for that unbelievable debut?
I don't even know any numbers yet, but like I said, we'll see what Uncle Dana blesses me with, man. Hopefully it's something that. But I don't care what it is. Extra money is always good to me.
So the deal, is it a 3-fight deal that you signed initially?
I'm not really sure. Like it was such a like fast paced thing. Like I didn't really get to sign it. I just signed the paper pretty much. Like I didn't really get to read over it. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's hurry up before someone else takes the opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. I got to ask you too, just about the rest of that night, because I mean, you're a fan just like the rest of us. I'm sure you wanted to kick back and watch the fight. So, did you have a chance to watch the pay-per-view card, or were you too busy with the medical stuff?
No, I wasn't too busy with the medical stuff. I went right away and left and like ate with my family, had dinner with them, and we watched the whole rest of the event on my phone.
So, what did you think of how everything played out? Nate Diaz almost scored a last-second knockout, and then
That was
both.
good. We weren't trying to show off, man. I think he would have got the job done.
Yeah, I think maybe you're right. And so Izzy obviously retained his belt, and then we got a new champion in Moreno. Same management team as yourself, so that's pretty exciting. What did you think of the main and co-main event results?
I knew Israel was gonna win, but not Figueroa, but I think Marino really shocked the world. Like for him to come out and dominate a champion like that, a dude's so powerful, man. Like he definitely got my respect. The dude's a beast.
Did you get a chance to meet with any of those guys or take pictures or anything during fight week?
I got a lot of pictures with people. I've seen Marino a couple times. I got to see Israel, talk to him. He's probably a super humble champ, like, and he deserves to be champion. And as you see, like, he's very technical, and you know he works hard.
What kind of love are you getting from people out there after that big debut win?
A lot of love, man. Honestly, I can't even really get to all the messages. Like, I'll be getting, like, so many every day. But I just want all my fans out there to know I love them, and I'm very grateful. And, like, it's huge motivation seeing them reach out, and I can't wait to bring the belt home for all the guys out there that's showing me love.
So timetable for return, you said you want to get back there in the fall time. Is there an opponent that comes to mind that you'd like to get back in there next, or do you not really care at this point?
I'll fight anyone. I feel like I'm truly ready to fight anyone in the world.
You fought Sean Woodson on Contender Series at featherweight. This fight was at 55. What weight class can we see you in moving forward?
I'll never make 145 again. Like if I'm not training, I'm walking at like 185.
Okay, so lightweight it is. Last question for me, man. What's the deal with your neck there? Did you hurt yourself?
No, I just got my neck tatted.
Oh, okay. All right. What is it? I know you can't take it off, but what did you get?
I got samurai on this side, and then I got warrior, like in Japanese writing. So
very cool. Well, you deserve all of it, man. Thank you again for joining me, Terrance. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Before I do let you go, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media, and if you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
You guys can follow me on Insta at T-Rex 155, and it's gonna be the same username on my Twitter and my Facebook, just Terrance McKinney. I'd like to say shout out to my whole family. Shout out to Qatar Johnson, Tony Jones, and shout out to my little brothers, Gabriel Finsler, Memo McKinney, Matthew McClure, and my little sister, Leilani Knister. And just shout out to God, most importantly, and then shout out to Warrior Camp and my coach, Pablo Alfonso, for keeping me sharp. And just listening to my coach has been getting me all these knockouts this year. So I'm very grateful for him.